All right, back at 9:40, a health alert for anyone wearing makeup most days of the week. While the daily routine has its perks, there are several side effects that could be harming your health. Joining us now with symptoms and products to be aware of is Dr. Lily Talakoub of McLean Dermatology and Skincare Center. Dr. Lily, good morning. Good to see you. All right, we're having some audio issues. I don't know if you're on mute, but in the meantime, I will say I'm all ears as someone who wears makeup Monday through Friday for much of the day. And so there are some side effects that folks should know about. Let's start with the first one here, dry eyes, and how you can distinguish, whether it's your makeup or maybe seasonal allergies.
Absolutely. So dry eyes can occur with using makeup, particularly eyeliner in the inner corners of the eye. In addition, anything with glitter can cause the drying of something called the meibomian glands that produce the oil in your tears that hydrate your eyes. So dry eyes is one of the most common causes of irritation of the eyes from makeup.
So is this, I guess, is the solution to that maybe not to put it along your waterline? And is it okay just to put it along your lash line?
Put it along the lash line, don't get it inside the eyes, and definitely take it off at the end of the day with something that's not irritating. Soaps can cause worsening of the drying of the eyes. Using something called like a micellar water or an oil-based makeup remover. Remember, all makeup is oil-based. So using an oil-based makeup remover is a lot gentler on the eyes than a foaming, lathering wash. Anything that lathers can make the eyes drier.
That's a good point. All right, acne is another one. That can be a side effect of or a symptom of makeup irritating your skin, huh?
I have to tell you, I see worse acne from makeup than anything else these days. It's your biggest frenemy. And the main culprits for acne are BB creams, CC creams, primers, or setting sprays. Ladies, if you have that and you have a tendency to clog or get acne on your skin, you need to throw those away and never use them again. They sit on your skin, and the smoother your skin looks with the acne, the more likely it is that those actually are going to clog your pores. So I know it looks great, but it's actually worse for your skin than anything else you're using. So foundations are okay, but don't put a primer on underneath it, and don't put a setting spray on top. Those have silicone and dimethicone, two ingredients that really clog the pores.
Interesting that you're saying that final look the desired final look, they're achieving that by causing that, clogging up your pores and smoothing out the skin.
Definitely.
So don't use them at all. Not even like sparingly, just don't use them at all. Okay, good to know. Eye infections, this is similar to the first one. What's the difference here?
So eye infections occur from bacteria, and a lot of times we use our hands when we do the makeup, and the brushes and all the applicators that we use to put on makeup, most people don't wash them, and most people don't wash them enough. And infections of the eye are the #1 cause of preventable blindness. So unless you're using something that is washed every day to apply makeup or anything on your skin, you need to use disposable, brushes, sponges, or at least wash them after every use. That includes infections of the skin too. I see a lot of things called folliculitis along the jawline, which are little pus bumps that occur from reusing sponges or makeup that you've actually touched with your hands that actually grow bacteria.
Oh, wow.
Particularly things that are natural. Natural ingredients don't have preservatives in them, and they can actually stimulate more infections than things preservatives. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. We have about 90 seconds left, so I want to get these last three in. Allergies to the actual makeup product?
Allergy to the makeup product, redness or irritation. And then if you leave anything on, like products for your hair, like dry shampoos or things like that, they can clog the pores as well. So both things can cause it. And another final one is anything on the fingernails, like dip or gel, they break down the nail barrier and they destroy your nails.
Oof. And this last one's, this was a pretty big deal, hair loss.
Yes, I've seen a lot of hair loss with relaxers and topical ingredients to kind of, thin the hair and make the hair less frizzy. They can cause breakage of the hair, and that includes anything from, hot treatments like irons to dry shampoos to products to relax the hair follicle.
So I want to ask you, I want to make sure I get this in, because we've seen a movement when it comes to organic, natural makeup. I know you mentioned even if it's organic, and it can still have some issues. I mean, is there any makeup product that you're better off perhaps just going the more natural organic route?
For something like makeup, organic is not better. Do not go to organic makeup. They don't have preservatives. They don't have chemicals in them that stabilize them. And obviously, look at the expiration label. Everything has expirations. So using something with a mild preservative can maintain that product longer and prevent from bacteria or yeast and fungus from building up in that makeup.
Gotcha. And then this last one, double cleansing, for example. What I'm getting at is making sure you're removing all of your makeup after you're done, putting on your face for the day. What do you recommend? Do you recommend double cleansing, and anything in particular you would add to that? And what is double cleansing for those who aren't familiar?
Double cleansing is using an oil-based cleanser and then using a lathering cleansing after. Dry skin, you don't need to do that. Oily skin or people that wear a lot of stage makeup, you may need to double cleanse to get the residual makeup off your skin. But in general, most people, if they do one good cleanse, they don't need to double cleanse, particularly if you have dry or sensitive skin. The lathering component actually can make your skin drier. So use a micellar water to wipe the makeup off, and then use an oil or cream-based cleanser to cleanse your skin afterwards.
Okay, good to know. This is really helpful. Dr. Lily Talakoub joining us this morning. Always appreciate the insight. Thank you. And there's her information, by the way, if you'd like to give her a follow, either on Instagram or maybe visit her website or go see her in person to make an appointment.